Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video will cover a recent and a deeply tragic incident that has raised pressing questions about harassment, mental health, and the misuse of the legal system here in Singapore. We will discuss the protection Singapore law offers to prevent harassment, including cases where the legal system itself might be used as a tool for harassment. Just today, news broke of a devastating case involving a woman named Ng in Boon, who reportedly took her own life after what is alleged to have been prolonged harassment after accumulating mounting legal fees from multiple lawsuits. Two handwritten suicide notes were found on Ng, with one containing a request to inform her siblings regarding her death, and the other mentioning her dispute with businessman Raymond Ng. In an email addressed to her siblings, Ng had said that her death had nothing to do with them and that it's not depression. She also wrote that she didn't want to involve her siblings in her search for justice as they don't have much money too. Ng wrote that she died to go against Raymond Ng and that it was to save the rest of the thousands of victims in Singapore, adding that this is my decision and that she wanted to stop Raymond Ng. A post on Ng's Facebook was published on the same day at 1:07 p.m. stating that she jumped down because businessman Raymond Ng filed two lawsuits against her. The post stated that the legal costs were escalating to nearly $100,000, she wrote, adding that she could not afford it anymore, as her legal fees had been paid with a loan from a friend. Investigating officer Jeremy Kwan said that businessman Raymond Ng initiated 4 sets of court proceedings against Ng in the last 3 years since 2021. 2 were regarding Ng's supposed defamation of businessman Ng in her posts on social media, where she warned netizens that he ran businesses that were allegedly fraudulent. Investigating officer Jeremy Kwan testified during a coroner's inquiry that businessman Raymond Ng had also said that he will sue everyone that defamed him in the past few years. In the Facebook post, Ng also said that businessman Raymond Ng had promised to file more lawsuits against her, having sent multiple pre-action letters, all related to the defamation actions. From July to August 2024, there were discussions about mediation between Ng and Ng. However, the businessman said that there was no point in mediation unless Ng refrained from attacking him online. He did not provide any specific evidence on these attacks, saying that he could go find evidence, but that it would take some time. Based on the evidence gathered so far, it appears that Ng deliberately ended her life and did so by falling from a height. Evidence also suggested that the triggering factor for her decision to kill herself was the court actions initiated by Ng and the mounting legal fees. She also faced various health problems, which she attributed to the stress from the ongoing lawsuits. She appeared to believe that she died for justice, with her death serving as a warning to others. While the details are still unfolding, her story highlights the severe toll that harassment can take on someone's mental health. No one should have to endure relentless harassment or intimidation, especially when it intrudes into their personal life and mental peace. Our deepest condolences go out to her family and loved ones during this incredibly difficult time. This tragedy brings up an important question. Is it possible in Singapore to misuse the legal system to harass or distress someone? And if so, what protections are in place to prevent this? In Singapore, the courts do not tolerate using lawsuits as a form of harassment. This type of harassment, often referred to as vexatious litigation, occurs when a person repeatedly files baseless legal claims with no genuine purpose other than to annoy, intimidate, or cause harm to someone. Singapore's legal system is designed to be a place of justice, and the courts take a strong stance against attempts to misuse it as a tool for intimidation. For those who feel they are being targeted by repetitive, baseless lawsuits, the courts have procedures to address this. If someone is found to be engaging in vexatious litigation, they can be formally declared a vexatious litigant. This designation restricts their ability to file further lawsuits without the court's explicit permission, protecting the targeted victim from further legal harassment. Singapore has robust laws to safeguard individuals from harassment, including situations where legal actions are misused to harass someone. When someone is found to be engaging in vexatious litigation or other forms of legal harassment, the courts can impose several penalties. The courts can issue three types of civil restraint orders to address different levels of vexatious conduct: a limited civil restraint order, an extended civil restraint order, or a general civil restraint order. The court can also make adverse cost orders requiring the harasser to pay the legal fees of the affected individual. Such orders discourage the use of lawsuits as a means to harass or exhaust someone emotionally and financially. Vexatious litigation is a problem because it diverts the court's resources for more meritorious disputes. A person is considered to be a vexatious litigant if they bring frivolous, duplicative, or improperly motivated proceedings. Now let's move on to the Protection from Harassment Act, which I shall call POHA. This act offers specific protections defining harassment as using any threatening, abusive, or insulting words, behavior, or communications which is heard, seen, or otherwise perceived by the victim that causes harassment, alarm, or distress. Even though POHA does not expressly include lawsuits, if there are communications to the victim before or during the lawsuit that causes harassment, alarm, or distress, the victim can take out a protection order or an expedited protection order under Section 12 and 13 of the Protection from Harassment Act. This protection order serves as a legal barrier, prohibiting the harasser from continuing the harmful behavior. In a situation like the one alleged in Boon, such a protection order could potentially have provided the victim with legal backing to stop any harassment attempts. In more severe cases involving threats, harassment, or behavior that endangers the victim's safety, POHA enables criminal charges to be pursued. Offenders found guilty of harassment under POHA may face fines, imprisonment, or both. These penalties serve as a deterrent to prevent abuse of the legal system and to uphold the integrity of Singapore's legal system. The legal system in Singapore strives to protect all individuals' rights and prevent misuse of the law as a weapon for harassment. The courts aim to balance open access to justice with protections against malicious or repetitive litigation. Pursuing a legal case should always be done with genuine intent and not as a tactic to harass or intimidate. For anyone facing similar challenges, whether from lawsuits or other forms of harassment, it is crucial to know that there are laws and support systems in place to protect you. Legal protections under POHA can offer recourse, and seeking help from legal professionals can provide you with the support you need to navigate these difficult situations. Thank you for watching this important discussion. Our hearts go out to those impacted by the recent events, and we hope this video provides clarity on the rights and protections available under Singapore law. Please remember that harassment in any form is not something anyone should endure in silence. Legal help and resources are available. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on legal news and the law. We're here to keep you informed on important legal topics, and we believe that everyone deserves a life free from intimidation and harassment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.